This is Tim Shepard from the Vintage Airstream Podcast, and this time we're in my kitchen because I'm going to be installing some under cabinet lighting. But after looking at the stuff, I thought this would be a cool project for an Airstream she might want to do because everything I'm using runs off of 12 volts. So what I'm going to be installing in the kitchen is these RGBW lights. They come in a package like this, and they're on a spool. And what makes them RGBW is each light on the string can respond to the different colors. See, it has wires here for the white, blue, green, and red. And depending on which one you apply power to is the color you get. Or when you mix them, you can get, all the colors. So with the kit, you can get a spool. This is 16 feet. Comes on a spool. And when you unwind it, it's just like tape. So it comes out like that with double sticky tape on it. And they have two kinds. They have one with a coating like this one, which if you're going to do it, some people use this for accent lighting on the bottom of their Airstream. Well, it'll be like purple or red or whatever, making their Airstream glow. And you would want to use one that's coated like this. The other ones are the same, but they're not coated. The strips have little marks on here where you can cut them to length, so you have to be sure and cut them where it says, and then you can use connections or solder to them to reuse the unused portion. Other parts of the kit that I got are, this is the controller, pretty small. You want to make sure the controller matches the string, so if you get an RGBW string, which would have no white light, except for what you could mix when mixing the colors, you won't get a perfect white, you can get off-white. Since I'm going to use this under cabinet, I wanted to get a RGBW light strip so that my white would be actual white. Actually, I got the RGBWW, which is warm white. So I'm assuming that the one with the single W is like more of a cool white. So all the controller takes is power, 12 volts, which is key for your Airstream. And then you hook up those individual wires that we talked about, the red, green, blue, yellow, or the red, green, blue, and white. The kit I got has a RF controller. They have other ones that are infrared. I'd recommend getting the RF so you don't have to point it at a little sensor. This controller can run 4 different, I guess this is the controller. The remote can run 4 different controllers. You just program them to these different zones. You can also program the controller to run off the same zone. So if you need to have 2 different areas powered off a controller, you can do that and have them all respond to the same zone, which is what I'm going to do in my setup. And another optional item which I got is a Wi-Fi bridge. What this does is this allows you to download their application on your phone, and your phone talks to the Wi-Fi bridge, and the Wi-Fi bridge talks to the light controller, so that you can control the light with your phone. So they make another controller with this like a dial pad that you can wall mount, and it kind of looks like this, and you would run the wires to that, and then you could go into if you wanted to do it in your trailer, you don't need a remote, you could just do it off the wall. Problem with that is you wouldn't be able to see what colors. If you're using them for accent lighting underneath the trailer, like some people, if you can use it in the trailer, then that would be perfectly fine. You could see which color you're pulling up. So this stuff's pretty cheap. These are like 12 or 13 bucks, I think. This was about 30 for the bridge, and the strings were 18 for this one with the coating on it, and the one without is a couple bucks less. It's for 16 feet. Another thing you might want to consider is this RGBW wire to interconnect. All it is the same colors in one little cable so that you can interconnect strips. So that's about it. I'll show you how they look here, and you can get an idea why we're doing it. Here I am. I got this wheel powered up here with lights, and I got the controller. So I'll just show you what you can do. So I'm going to use the remote, so you can turn it on white. So there's the white color. With this, you can dim it, so it's kind of nice. You can change the color just by touching the color you want on the wheel, so it'll stay there. Of course, you can dim the color as well. Let's see, bring that up a little bit. So, dial in whatever color you want. You want your trailer to glow purple underneath, pink, whatever you want. Or if you want to use it inside. If you do use it inside for cabinet accent lighting or work task lighting, I would definitely get the one with the white RGBW. Then you can turn the whole thing off. It'll remember where it was. And then it has this, just kind of a automatic changing colors. You can change the speed that it changes. Slow it down, I guess. So it just kind of blends through, and you can turn it off. To turn it on white, you push and hold the zone, and it turns on the white. All right, so I will go ahead and install this and show you what it looks like. Okay, here's the results of my under cabinet lighting. I've got the remote here. So I'll turn on, I got 2 sides set up on one zone with 2 different controllers. So it gives some nice lighting for doing work there now. And of course we can change the colors, so it changes them all at the same time. So there's a nice red, blue, and then for some extra fun, I'll go back to white. And then for some extra fun, I need the baseboard. That's on the second zone. So we have the baseboard down there and the rest. So the baseboard can be a different color. There's like a red. You still have the task lighting. Cool. You dim it. A cool red. Purple. And you can do the cycle. And of course you can change the top. Alright, there you go. That's what it looks like in the kitchen. Okay, here I am out in the trailer, and I just plugged it in here real quick. I haven't really installed it, the light strip, but I thought I'd give you some ideas of how it would look. So there's white, you know, just laying up there. And then of course you could do the different colors. You can dim it, so I'll dim it here. Now that rolling you see, and that's because of the video, that's not how it looks. Okay, so there's like one example of what you could do. You could probably put it underneath there too. I'll do that real quick. I'll just tape it. You can get an idea. Alright, not the best job, it's just taped up there, but give you an idea. Well, that's kind of cool. So you could actually do white if you're going to be reading or something. Of course the edges wouldn't be there, I just had to throw it up there. And then if you want to do some color. Okay. Pretty neat. I'm using the remote here to do it. And you could mount one of these permanently inside, depending on which ones you pick. We talked about that before. Okay, So there's that. Another idea, I just tossed it down there, obviously. It's not really mounted, but you put one on both sides of your beds. Alright, here's another idea. Inside of your cabinets, have them glow different colors. Okay. Of course, just like I did in my kitchen, of course you would use the real double sticky tape, not blue tape. You could have them for lighting. Remember, it's all 12 volts. So run off your trailer and the LEDs. I'm not sure how much a string takes. If I find out, I'll let you know. And then, of course, you could do the colors. Alright, and then the final one is underneath the trailer for some cool effects. Okay, so here's outside the trailer. I totally cheated and just taped it. I'll try and cut out that part. So here it is, just taped to the edge. And this is white. And you can dim it. And that pulsating stuff, if that's in the final video, that's just the frame rate of the camera. The light's not really doing that. And then here's your lighting effects. So you can make it look like you're a spaceship or something. There's a different angle. So if you did use this on the bottom, you know, use the one with the extra coating. Like I said, it's like 18 bucks versus the $16 one. And then the adhesive that comes with it's not that great, so you're probably going to want to use something better. Maybe that 3M VHB tape, like I used on the solar panels. You could try, I don't know how hot glue would work. Probably the best bet would be like that VHB tape, or at least a better quality double sticky tape than that comes with it. Something by 3M. You know, maybe not as big time as the VHB. But anyway, it's pretty cool. So 16 foot, we've got 28 foot trailer. I would probably, if I went around the perimeter, maybe that's what I would do. So maybe 3 rolls. You know, it's not that bad. And like I said, it's all 12 volts. It's kind of a cool little upgrade. That'll really freak them out. They're already look like spaceships, right? So this will really get them. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video about RGBW lights. Not that hard to deal with. Thanks. And thanks for watching or listening, watching the VAP this time, and listening to the VAP. You can find us at theVAP.com, THEVAP.com.